Alright, so we're gonna go over the opening day of the PLL. So we had the Whips Woods game one. So it started off in a pretty good fashion. Um, there were a lot of face-off losses on the side of the Redwoods. It was not the greatest fucking thing ever. They did do a great job dodging though, especially with players like Ryder Garnsey and Matt Kavanaugh, especially Matt Kavanaugh. He had a couple great fucking plays to net in some fucking goals. But the Whips Burnlord was the MVP of the game. You know, if they didn't have him in net, if he made fucking 0.1% less goals, the fucking Redwoods would have won. I think he ended up saving like 700% was his save percentage, which is ridiculous. I mean, a 500 is at least like you're probably able to start, but a fucking 700, that is elite. That's how you fucking win games, man. I think he had 15 or 16 saves, which is ridiculous. Miles Jones had his first goal as a Redwood. Great to see that. I would like to see him being used more. I would like the entire team in general to be able to move the fucking ball faster. The ball movement just isn't what I want it to be. Like, cause when you look at the whips, you're like, holy shit, man! Like, they can move the ball around, attack to fucking middies, to in and out, to cross, and the whole fucking 9 yards. And the way that they move the ball and just get guys open makes it look so much easier than the way the Redwoods do. But the Redwoods start off the last season same exact way, so we'll see how that goes. Uh, Crazy fucking play. Tim Troutner on a fucking clear. The Redwoods goaltender. You usually don't see them going across midfield all that often, but you definitely don't see them going across in this fashion. I mean, he threw a little fucking quick fake, and then a couple steps and another fucking fake, like as if he was coming back towards midfield. Ridiculous fucking out there. He didn't break ankles, but breaking ankles fucking out here. Kyle Harrison with a fucking snipe from two with 2 minutes with 2 seconds left in the shot clock. That was what I thought was going to be a big turning point for the Woods for the Woods, because they were down 3-0 to start off. He really just fucking rocketed that. He slipped that in real nice. That was pause. He slipped that in real nice, and that was a real good that was a real good play by Kyle Harrison. Um, Cav looking great too. You know, he scored a goal, and the next thing you hear is I think this was from Garnsey because he was mic'd up, and you hear got to go earlier than that. Yeah, although they only ended up with like 9 goals, but got to go earlier than that. I think they knew what the fuck they were doing. Garnsey, he was bitching a lot today. Uh, is it worth? Was it necessary? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he felt that way, but it was a lot of fucking bitching. I wish that he would have kind of just shut the fuck up and scored a fucking goal or two. You know what I mean? Garrett Apple was looking strong on, especially on Rambo in the first half. The only thing is, he looked physically smaller, and I think he changed his number, cause I think he's 11 now. I think he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was like 43 last season. Garrett Apple. I'm not sure, but a couple number changed on the Woods anyway. Sickest goal by fucking Pedersen, the guy that they drafted. He had a pretty fucking sick catch. It was, he was right-handed, so he catches it. His right shoulder is away from the goal, and he's sitting in the crease, and then he just like fucking spins back like a fucking basketball move, like you catch and then shake backwards as if you're going for a layup. That was a pretty fucking sick goal. Great feed as well, I think, from Kavanaugh. Whips end the half really strong. A couple of fucking bad plays too. The Redwoods just fucking, you have the ball, and even if you're fucking tied or you're down by one, there was only fucking 17 seconds left, and they just throw it in the middle. There's fucking two, three whip snakes and one fucking redwood, and they just throw it in the fucking middle. I was like, what are you doing? But the best players of the first half were Burnlore, and then Zed Williams, new player in the MLL. He came in, played a fucking fantastic second quarter, had 3 goals just in that second quarter. Really fucking good for the Whip Snakes to come back. I think the Whip Snakes at the end of that half needed to be better on their one-on-one matchups. Like I said before, Redwoods were really fucking killing the dodging game, so they were doing well with their individual matchups. But the Redwoods just had a lot of fucking unforced turnovers and turnovers in general, and they needed more face-off wins. They were getting fucking killed by Nardella was just fucking running it. Um, so the started off, refs were kind of tough, and then the Whip Snakes netted it. Yeah, at this point, now you have the fucking Whips 13-15 in their fucking wins, or 13 out of 15 for Nardella in their face-off wins. Apple took a nice shot to the face, came back pretty soon. Garnsey took a stick to the dick, didn't even have to leave, but you definitely saw him and heard him bitch about that, that's for sure. Woods still need more ground balls. Fucking can't guard anybody. Cannot get a fucking face off. The third quarter was pretty rough for the Redwoods. Pretty tired of, you know, it felt like every single time I saw them, they were getting beat and then just throwing a fucking rap check. Like, don't get beat and then throw a rap check. Or don't get beat and then fucking do a trail check. Even if you get the fucking ball, stop getting fucking beat. It's ridiculous. It was just not the greatest play by the Woods. Tim Troutner, I think, had a bit of a quiet game. Nothing crazy good, but I think he had a decently solid game, uh, especially with as much as effort that he was getting from the rest of his team. No 2-pointers today by Chaney. No Chaney 2-pointers today. I think only one goal from Rambo, only one goal from Miles Jones. You got that hat trick from Zed Williams, though. I think Brent Adams had a goal. Kyle Harrison had a goal. So a lot of spread out stuff for the most part for both teams. Not a lot of. I don't remember a whole lot of defensemen coming up, sniping in 2-pointers. But I think after last season, maybe they'll get a little bit, or a couple guys will get more respect, especially guys like Jared Newman, who we'll talk about next game. Penalty call, and then all of a sudden you got a 2-pointer from fucking Perkovic, and then a 1-pointer from I forget who, and then you got a fucking Woods 2-man power play. Fucking nothing happens. Game over. Pretty much how it went. So the takeaways from both teams: the Woods definitely need to work on their face-off. Definitely need to work on their ball movement and a little bit more structure when they're out there playing. Felt like they were kind of out there a little willy-nilly, not really having a set game plan. It's like all of a sudden you throw the ball to fucking Miles Jones, and then he just takes a couple steps back and then runs forward. Like, they definitely understand. They definitely watch a lot of fucking tape of Miles Jones. They definitely understand what the fuck is going down when you take a couple steps back and just run straight into somebody. So I think a better ball movement will help that structure of, fucking getting the offense going. The Whips, on the other hand, outstanding goaltending. Bernlohr was by far the best goaltender who played today, without a fucking doubt. Their ball movement was good, slow at times, as it always will be, but they were pretty good for most of the game. Great at face-off. I don't know if that's them being great at face-off or us just being bad at face-off. We'll see what happens. And then the new player to watch out of this game was fucking Zed Williams. Zed Williams had a game and a half. So Whips ended up winning that game. I think it was like 14-13-9 or something. And then we had Chrome Chaos. So Chrome started off pretty well. Sergio Salcido had a pretty good game overall. So he was the guy in that other half of the Miles Woods trade. So he's with the Chaos now. So he had a nice step down. He was getting great looks. I think he'll end up playing really well in that. He's a short, quick guy. He's only like 5'7". He's like 100 something, maybe like 175 pounds. So he's kind of bulky for 5'7". But he's small, quick, and he brings a good amount of like shiftiness. Jordan Wolf, on the other hand, speaking of fucking quick, I think he's the fastest, or at least quickest, attackman in the fucking league. It was ridiculous. All of a sudden, he scores, and then he scored again, and then he scored again. So he had 3 goals just in the first fucking quarter. Newman was having a lot of trouble with him. That's kind of how the first quarter went. Chrome got some goals from all over the place. Chrome got those 3 goals from Wolf, but then Chaos got goals from all over the place. No huge names, but their new guy Salcido coming through with the goal. And then the first quarter, Connor Farrell was doing much better than TK. So that was pretty tough, being a TK fan, and we'll get into the rest of the game how that went. Gutterding gets just fucking broken in half, and then ball goes down the field. Fields fucking behind the back, and then all of a sudden, next play, you got the fucking save by fuck by the Chaos goaltender. Not Burnlor. Fuck, I forgot his name off the top of my head. But you get saved by Chaos. Fucking thrown downfield to Burns, behind the back to Fields, behind the back to number 17. I forgot his name, and then he fucking up fake and then fucking nets it down. So all of a sudden you see Fields behind the back. You got this behind the back to a fucking goal. You got 2 goals going into the halftime. You scored 4 goals. They scored no goals. It's 8-4 going into half. You're like, damn, this is another fucking shitty year for Chrome. Although Chrome fucking comes out, and then their rookie starts the fucking second half off, and it is not the same team. Gaudette, rookie, he was mic'd up today. He was maybe probably the most. I mean, he was definitely better than fucking Ryder Garnsey. I would not fucking mic him up again. Gaudette had some of the best quotes out today, and definitely the best laugh. For sure, the best laugh. Fields behind the back, getting the hat trick, and then that's the last Chaos goal you see for a while. Now all of a sudden, it's fucking 6-0 Farrell on the fucking face-off dot. And then you go from down 4 to fucking 9-9 Chrome. I think it's for every face-off win, -1, that's how many goals that they're scoring. It was ridiculous. It was tough though watching TK, because you would see him win a clamp, push it forward, go around Farrell, and then go to get it, and then all of a sudden you just see him next thing, he's on his fucking left shoulder, rolling fucking over. And I'm like, the angle that they give you is, say this mic right now, you kind of like this, kind of like that. So you were kind of on the angle. You were looking in between both their heads. So his head, I guess, is around here, and you're looking in between like that. It was interesting, I guess. Definitely great to see that first initial clamp, but it was tough to see the rest of the play, because next thing you know, I see TK on his shoulder rolling onto his back for like 3 fucking possession or 3 faceoffs in a row, and I was like, fuck, man. And TK did not get a lot of help from his wings either. His wings lost a lot of 50-50 matchups. I really think that they only got 1 faceoff in the first half. Next thing you know, fucking Gutterding gets back-to-back goals. His catch and release is ridiculously fast. A lot of, again, great ball movement, and then you have Gutterding coming in, fucking direct line, maybe 15, 14 yards up from the goaltender, and then you just see him fucking quick catch lefty, and it's fucking catch release, just fucking ridiculously fast. Sometimes he's got a screen in front, but next thing you know, fucking he's sniping the bottom right. Next thing you know, he's sniping the top left. Really impressive after a not impressive, really first 3 quarters, but that back-to-back was really good. Next thing you know, a bunch of shit happened. 2 guys got fucking 1-minute technicals, so you're playing 5-on-5 for a little bit, and then after that, a little bit shit goes on, and then you got the refs saying, go be tough on your own benches. The mic'd up part is by far the best part of this. I've really enjoyed this opening day just by hearing the guys on the fucking field, which you could already hear a lot beforehand, but now that there's no fans, it is ridiculous. I'm glad that not that they purposely are letting the curse words go, but they're kind of like, Yeah, yeah, yeah. They said it. Yeah, fuck it. And then fucking TK lost 9 in a row. He's got 6 wins, 17 losses on the day. Farrell had 18 wins, 6 losses at the day. I think that was with like fucking 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Gutterding again, crazy pass. Oh, crazy fucking overpass to Karate catches and fucking releases. Nets in the back of the net. Fuck, I wish I could fucking remember his name. The Chaos fucking goaltender. Blaze Reardon, there we go. So Blaze Reardon did not have a great day at all, and he was really hearing it from fucking Gaudette, man. He was on he was on the fucking mic'd up, so he's got the mic underneath his helmet, and he's standing right next to Blaze Reardon, and they're asking, hey, blah blah blah, Blaze Reardon, and then all you hear from fucking Gaudette is like, yeah, I don't know what Blaze Reardon's like all that known for. I heard he was good last season, but now this is my first season in the league, and yeah, I don't really see what everyone else was seeing. That must have fucking hurt, man. I think that'll be a good fucking rivalry, Chrome Chaos. I think, uh, Whips Woods, good rivalry. I think Chrome Chaos is something not to notch down in the books now. Uh, then they take TK out. They put Roulette in for face off, and then he hits Will Ferrell in the nuts. That didn't really help too much. I think they did end up getting one fucking thing, like one 50-50 ball, but for the most part, this entire game was fucking Connor Fell. Um, Rests were kind of tough today. I don't know if his like family life is tough or what the fuck was going through his head, or I don't know if he owes taxes or some shit, or if he's losing his home or some shit with the fucking corona shit. But the refs were having a tough day trying to even see fucking calls, man. Like, they redid a face off because he didn't fucking see what happened. Like, that's when something like, maybe you have a fucking headset on and it's like, like I don't know what happened, and then it's like, yeah, this happened. And you're like, all right, cool, like that, instead of having to redo a face off. That just, to me, looks bad. The Gaudette chirps slash laugh are 10 out of 10. I think he needs to be mic'd up every fucking game. And I need to fucking hear him on the fucking podcast. So both games, pretty solid. I'd give the Whips Woods game 7 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. Not the greatest, but pretty good overall. And then the Chrome Chaos game, Chrome back, pretty great. I give this a 7.5 out of 10. I give the other one like a 6 out of 10. I thought the first game wasn't bad, um, but I thought the Chrome Chaos game, the second quarter got a little boring, but the first, third, and fourth quarter were all fucking awesome. Overall, stories of the same side of the coin. If you win games if you have great face-offs, and you win games if you have good goaltending. If you don't, it's fucking tough to win. It's just like it was last season. Well, who would have fucking thought? So I would not be surprised to see in the next game the other dude who the Redwoods drafted start in the face-off, and I wouldn't be surprised to possibly see a different goalie in for Chaos. Maybe not next game, but maybe if he struggles again, maybe the game after that. Because there was a real question about, is he going to stay in? Um, there's another fucking real question. Should you had brought two face-off guys? Because now you get TK loss, 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 loss. You get a lot of losses one after another, and there's only so fucking long until you're like, oh, it would have been nice if we had another dude who did this. Well, it hurt them at the end. Who knows? It was first game, first fucking day. I think things will work out, and I think these teams will The teams that looked bad will look much better, and the teams that looked good will look much worse throughout the rest of this season. Because who the fuck knows what's gonna happen? Game tomorrow, Water Dogs Atlas. Obviously, I'm gonna fucking watch that. Obviously, I'm gonna throw in the fucking video, and obviously, we are gonna fucking have a great time talking about it. All right, that's fucking it. Um, we're gonna have a couple guests on Monday night, and we will be talking about the best team, the best line in the NHL that are 15 mil or more. To give you a couple examples of a $15 million line, we have Marchand, Bergeron, Pastrnak, Nylander, Matthews, Hyman, Panarin, Strome, Fast, Giroux, Couture, Voracek, Ovi, Kuznetsov, Wilson, Burakovsky, McKinnon, Rantanen, Turris, Duchesne, Granlund, Connor, Sheffield, Wheeler, Soderberg, Schmaltz, Kessel, Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, Cassian, Kane, Couturier, LeBlanc, Pacioretty, Carlson, Stone. A couple examples. The most, if anyone who wants a fucking trivia question, the most expensive line was Palat, Stamkos, Kucherov. Stamkos, I think, getting 8.5 a year. 8 a year. Kucherov with 9.5, so just off the bat right there, it's like 17.5 million. And then you had Palat, and I think Palat was making like 5. So we'll go over that. I already have what I think is the best. It'll be a bracket type style. One team will get a bye, and because it was 2 matchups, which was just absolutely utterly ridiculous. And then it was the first round was really tough, and then the second round after that was not as tough, and then there was like 7 teams left, and I kind of did a top 4 of 7, and then re-bracketed from there. We'll see. We'll have fucking Belduch and his boy on, and I can't wait to fucking do it. All right, gang gang.